Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to play Vindicita. I have over a 70% win rate on her. She's definitely my best hero by far. So yeah, let's get into it. First, we're going to go over her abilities. Her first one is a stake, which tethers people for 1.75 seconds. So, we over to the spot here. We throw a stake. You will not be able to move outside of this circle here. It is a pretty big circle, but
No running.
it's not that long of a duration, so you have to capitalize early. Her 2 is a flight.
Going airborne.
So when you are in flight mode, your bullets do 10 extra sphere damage per bullet. And that does scale with the amount of sphere power you get throughout your build. And her 3 is a crow that you can place upon someone, and it will do 44 damage initially, and it will bleed 3% of their max health every second. And for her last ability, it is a sniper, so this is good for finishing off enemies when they're low, and you do get 600 bonus souls per assassination when you max upgrade it, and her second upgrade is an extra 140 bonus damage, which can help you secure those kills. Now the way I upgrade is in early lane, I will maybe put one into her flying to get that base ammo. But besides that, I'm waiting until I have her ult, and I'm instantly putting 3 upgrades into her assassinate for that cooldown and that bonus damage. Because the faster you can max this, is the faster you can start getting more souls for assassinating people. After that, I will put one into each of them. I'll usually go cooldowns, so I get those back quicker, because you don't want to be waiting an extra 20 seconds late game for an ability. And then after that, I'll put it all into flying to get that extra spear damage per bullet. And then after that, I will put it into crow tether.
Machine.
And her crow max upgraded gives 3% bleed, and it suppresses healing by 40%. So this is good against like a Shiv or someone like a Haze who has a lot of life steal or might have just a lot of health in general. And then the stake is good because tethered enemies are also disarmed. So if you ever do tether someone, they can't shoot back at you for those 1 to 2 seconds that they are, and it just makes killing them so much more easier. Alright, we're gonna go over some ability combos real quick. So if I ever see someone in lane hiding, what I'll do is I'll tether them, and I'll come fly beside them, so I kinda catch them by surprise. And when I start unloading my first sets of bullets, I'll throw my crow with it. So she's behind there, I see her, tether, and I'll fly behind her, crow, and just start melting her. Very early game, when you don't have your fly yet, you can still kind of do the same thing. Tether, crow, back up real quick, and you can reset and try and get like half her HP off. Her flying can be good to get away as well, so if you fly up and then instantly cancel, you'll have momentum carry you. So if you're running, fly up, cancel, you get an extra large boost instead of flying up and wasting 2 staminas and then trying to get away that way. Just fly up, let the momentum carry you, and cancel. If you ever are getting hard pushed in lane, like against an Infernus or anybody who's just out damaging you, out poking you, whatever it is, you can always wait till you have your abilities back up, go poke them really hard, and then you can cancel again. And as long as you keep poking them throughout the time you get your next abilities, you should be able to finish them off after that. Alright, going into our build, I do headshot booster, high velocity mag instantly for the weapon damage very early. You get some fire rate. After that, I'll go straight into stamina and extra spirit for the extra movement, and this also gives me extra fire rate. The spirit is good for the bonus health, the regen, and the extra spirit damage. Reach helps with your tether, so it makes the circle better. I do have extra charge here set up, so when you get 3000 and you get your ult, you instantly get that extra charge, so you have 3 sniper shots instead of 2. It increases your weapon damage, and it also pulls down the cooldown on every single one of your items. After that, we go into long range and active reload. You can exchange active reload for kinetic dash. The fire rate is the same for 7 seconds, but I just find the extra bullet lifesteal and having another free magazine is better. After that, right into combat barrier and then quicksilver. I'll put quicksilver on 3, so anytime I use a crow,
I have an omen for you.
it'll reload my weapon. And then I have the active reload to stack on top of that as well. So I have 2 free mags basically to keep spraying people down. Right after this is usually when you will tell if you're getting fed or not, because you'll be coming out of early lane. So sometimes I won't buy Enchanter's Barrier just because I don't feel like it's needed as much, especially how you're supposed to play Vindicita. You're not always supposed to be in the front line. So this extra barrier can help if you're getting caught out a lot, but I don't think it's a necessity. After I'm done with my 1250 portion, I'll either know if I'm getting fed or I'm kind of just staying with the pack. If I'm getting fed and I have like 8 or 9,000 by the time I go back, I'll instantly go into glass. After that, I'll go burst fire. But if I just realize like I'm gonna be fed, I'll skip the 3,000 portion over here and go right into my essential item. Burst fire and glass cannon together just make you so much stronger. This is basically the whole build right here. One really good thing about glass cannon is its passive grants you permanent weapon damage up to a stack of 7 times. So you can get an extra 70% weapon damage. It changes my bullet damage from 38 to 53, and that can add another 15 on top of that. But our 3000 items here, Pristine Emblem is just a solid upgrade from High Velocity Mag. Gives you more bullet velocity, more weapon damage, some spirit power, and some spirit resist. So if you don't get that Enchanter's Barrier, at least you're getting some resist from here. And then Fortitude is really good, especially because Glass Cannon takes your health away. So just be careful if you're instantly going to Glass Cannon without buying the Fortitude, because you will be very squishy. I don't think Warpstone is a necessity, but I do have it here just in case. As some extra movement, so maybe against a Yamato or a Shiv, someone who can kind of go to you instantly, you might need this extra dash to actually get away. After that, we are into our late game build. I will instantly go Vampiric Burst. This basically makes the whole build right after your essential items. You get lifesteal, you get fire rate, you get more ammo. It just makes the build 1,000 times better. So when I pop it, you'll see that it refreshes my magazine, which gives me another magazine on top of my active reload and my crow. So now we are up to 4 magazines for free, basically. And that's another reason why I think Vampiric Burst is very good. After Vampiric Burst, I will try and decide what I need from these slots right here. I'll usually go one of the green items first, so it'll either be Siphon Bullets or Leech. I'll go Siphon Bullets if they have someone with a lot of HP. So you steal max HP from them. As you can see, this guy no longer has 30 bars. He's down to about 25 now. And I took away 500 HP from him, so this is good. This is good against a Fed Shiv in this meta that we're playing right now, so you can just take down their max HP and they can't regen at all. If I'm the one feeling fed, I'll go Leech, just because it stacks with the Vampiric Burst, and you can just stay alive. You can be taking so many shots and you'll just be staying alive. I'll go crippling headshot if I don't buy the warp stone. So I'll buy improved spirit and boundless spirit next, just for the extra spirit power. And then these are my option / counter. Silencer is good against like a Haze or a Yamato, where you just don't want them spamming abilities on you. Yamato can, you know, grab onto you and chase you. He's Silencer. Curse is kind of the same thing, except you're not shooting it at them. You're actually putting it on them. So just keep that in mind as you play Vindicta. You know, you most likely will be far away, so that's why I like Silencer. Knockdown is good against like an enemy Talon who might be, you know, matching you in your souls. Could be something to surprise them with. It'll knock them down. You can tether them, and that's when you can start unloading. Debuff Remover and Unstoppable is good if you're the one being hard targeted. Debuff Remover purges all negative effects, so that's good against like an Infernus or anyone with like burn or toxic bullets. You can pop this and you basically aren't burning anymore. Unstoppable is good against like a Haze or an Ivy, someone that can stun you. So before you go in or as you're in, you know, you can pop Unstoppable and you cannot be stunned. So if you are being targeted, you know, those two items are definitely something you should think about. And then everything down here are luxury upgrades that you don't necessarily need, but you can get them if you end up getting that money. Now we are into the replay portion of the game. When you see me come off the zipline here, you're gonna look and you're gonna see me jump into the air very hard, very high when I get off the zipline. I'm gonna be looking for a crow on someone, which I don't get initially, but I do get a little bit after I get off this. You see here, I'm up in the air, I'm looking for one. I could have maybe gotten it off on that Wraith right off the start, but I didn't. So right now I'm just focusing on farming. And one thing about Vindicta I like to do is instead of letting my ammo drop all the way to 0, I'll reload at like 5 or 6. Just so I can finish off the creeps and make sure I'm hitting the souls that are flying up as well. Alright, so she made a mistake right there. She let me get that crow off on her. And I started melting her, which dropped her to half HP. Most enemies will not do as much damage as you when you do have your crow in the early game. I go tether. I was trying to hit that Haze there, but I ended up reloading. Tries to go for a knife, so I send the crow back at her. I go for my early headshot booster. Just farming now. And this is how you should play Vindicta. So if you look here, this is how you should be playing Vindicta. Letting your teammate kind of take the front of the line and you're in the back sniping. And then when you think you have a chance, you can go in and be a little more aggressive. Here I get a quick stake off and I punish her for it by hitting the crow on her too. So now she's just super low and they can't really stay in lane and farm as well. And I punish her for when she does try and stay with that headshot booster. I go for a little farm steal here. I only get one, but still it's a little less gold for them than me. That Haze tries to punish my McGinnis, but I just hit the crow on her to stop her from doing that. I'll buy my 2. I instantly put that extra ammo in there, and I'll buy my velocity mag and my extra stamina. As soon as I get done, I know they're expecting me in mid lane, so I go out from the right instead, and I get a free half HP off on that Wraith just from the tether fly combo. Right here, I'm just sitting and farming, letting them make the mistake. I see my jungle creeps are on, So I go and finish those off. This will allow me to get my next 500 item.
If you like that, I got some other stuff.
And I only take like 1 second to buy, so once you have a buy down, it should only take you like 1 second. That haste messes up when she sleeps me, because I still have momentum from flying, so I can just instantly go back, and I also unsleep me as soon as I went to sleep, so they let me get away with that one. I would have went right into him if I was asleep the whole time, I think. I get my sniper, I instantly buy that extra charge, and I'm like, alright, let me just try and poke one, so I can snipe them. Bam. Instantly half. I'm like, let me go for a sneaky play. Maybe I can get her a little low. You can go and snipe from that angle, which is what I was trying to do, but clearly she just wasn't low enough, so I just say, alright, let me get back in lane here. At this point, I know I'm 1k ahead. I can keep poking. I have that extra item on him. I still have my ult on him. So I'm gonna keep trying to play aggressive, but not being the one in first unless I have my fly. Here I go again on that haze to try and be aggressive. Hit her as she's trying to get away. Going back to buy my long range for an extra power scale on them. This item alone, I think, kind of just carried me into my victory. So again, I see she's pushed up. I'll do my stake and fly combo, and they're instantly scared. Because by the time I'm done spraying them down, when the tether releases, they'll be half HP, ready for me to snipe. That Haze ulted some jungle farm, which I don't think was very smart, and we do get ganked here, but they don't capitalize on me at least. And I get the trade on my friend. I know our wave is majority pushed, so I'll just get some jungle farm while my friend is respawning here. Some people like doing them as soon as they spawn, which is, I think, is the 7-minute mark, which you can do, but I think Vindicita gets more fed from her sniper than she does doing jungle farm. But never ignore the jungle farm. Never do that. Right, so right here, Yamato comes in for a gank. We get the haze. I drop her super low with my sniper shot. And we just instantly take out this turret. As you can see, I'm getting hungry now. So we start chasing this haze down. Get a free cheeky kill right there. Steal some of their jungle farm. This haze is playing too aggressive, so she just backs up. And I will just start stealing their jungle. So this is a good way to stop the enemies from, you know, getting any extra souls. And you get more souls if you're ever super pushed up like this. And especially this jungle camp, because it offers a lot of souls. Here I'm going to just clear out our lane, make sure it's pushed up. And as soon as I push up my lane, I will look to do other things. And then when the wave comes back is when I'll come back in a lane. So that's kind of how I look to play the game. Just bought Quicksilver, so now I'm at 2 free mags. Which when I get the Pro and when I get the Quicksilver and I get the active reload, jungling becomes 1,000 times easier. See, this haze is pushed up, so I just catch her again. Whiffing a little bit here, but I end up getting the shot on her. Could have been a little cleaner, but end up making it work in the end.
They'll die at the stake.
At this point, I have a lot of money. I'm looking for a gank. Sometimes it's not good to gank unless you have your 1 and your 2 online, but we're just getting the tower. We get it pretty easy. I don't need to hard pressure with those 2 abilities, so it's fine without it. Call to do these minions. These creeps. See, my team is fighting again, so I got my abilities back, unlike some free kills for me. See people super low. I hit 2 insanely nice shots right there.
Like fish in a barrel.
Team is pushing up for the walker. I'm gonna go back and clear my wave. After those 2 kills, since I had the extra 600 bonus souls, 10 minutes into the game, I just got an extra 1,000 souls, which I would only be at 4,600, which I would maybe look to buy after that. But since I'm so close to glass cannon, I say screw it. I'm just gonna go farm. I can get my glass cannon 12 minutes into the game, which is crazy.
Vindicita, it is always a pleasure to have your business.
So I get that glass cannon. Go and push up my lane. I call to get this walker, because now I know I can just walk all over him. I also have that crow, which gives me that free reload, and then I have the active reload, which makes getting these walkers super easy as well.
They're not catching me.
I see this Kelvin is out of position, so I run over to instantly catch him. He does get away from me, but I believe I snipe him here. Someone catches him off. He juked me, but my beat bop got him.
It's easier every time. Looking.
Oh, you wanted to fight me? Well, here I am.
So at this point, trying to look to get glass cannon. I'm only about 500 away. Now only about 350. Okay, let me push this lane and I'll basically get it. Need that little more. This is where boxes could come in handy. I passed like 4 of them, but I think my team calls for a gank. So I just look to gank there. I am a little overextended. I'm only at 800 HP right here.
It's over.
Well, 800 total and then only 230.
The crows obey.
We just push this walker off. Gonna look to buy glass cannon right after this.
Finding higher ground.
See this dynamo, he's just too close for comfort. Free kill.
It's a good day.
Before I make this last push, I go and buy this glass cannon.
Deal with them.
I don't have my sniper for that guy or else he would have been dead.
Die on your feet.
Totally could have just went to the buy shop in the lane right there, but didn't even realize.
May your blades continue.
So I got Fortitude and Burst Fire right there for that extra HP. So I can actually go in a little bit. Here I just go to actually end the game. And just notice throughout this whole fight, I'm never the one initially taking on a one-on-one, except against that Kelvin. But I'm always letting my teammates kind of fight for me, and I'm the one in the backline shooting. Like, I'm never the one getting targeted by the Wraith ult or the Dynamo ult. I'm always in the back just launching damage on them, kind of baiting them. But here, I'm like, we have double their souls, so you can just play that aggressive against them. But against a super close game, I would never be doing that. My 7 is targeted, so I help him, and I just kill him.
They're not catching me.
I like to just keep them in their lane, or in their base. Some more free kills. Here I'm not even shooting. I'm just staying above, letting my teammates take the attention. And yeah, close out that game. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. If you liked my Vindicta tutorial, come to my stream. Stream almost every day, if not every other day. Peace out, everyone.